All is fair in love and war, and if you want something, you gotta go get it. But just beware, because your opponent could use the same trick. Let's talk about that firework ending of the proposal coming up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Nice little Sarah Bareilles. Am I saying this correctly?
You are.
Well, fantastic listening to a little love song here. And what a lovely episode and a lovely panel that I am joined with for another episode of The Proposal here on AfterBuzz TV. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I know we got a lot of people in the live chat. We're so excited to be able to talk with them. We have a contestant from a previous episode joining us. And wow, what an episode to talk about. Chemistry, I think, is the name of this episode. Just the incredible chemistry at the end.
Yes.
Are you ladies surprised, excited?
I mean, I'm excited. I feel like Anthony's just like my dad, so I want to see my dad win. So go, Anthony. I'm so happy for you.
Wait, are you Team Anthony or Team Adonis?
Okay, like, I liked both of them, to be honest. Like, Lisa had a really hard job to choose. I don't know how she decided, but I think Anthony stole my heart with his dad Crocs. That's when I knew.
Did he have Crocs on?
He had dad Crocs on.
No way.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
I did not know. How did I not see that?
He did.
And surprise, you were
No,
a team.
I was Team Anthony.
You were definitely Team
I
Anthony.
felt like a few of you changed. You were Team Adonis. And I was Team Anthony all the way when she came out of the, what do they call it, a pod?
Yeah.
He was
He
so
was-
cute with his clapping and his thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
He was so
Yeah.
excited. And his pointing.
Always goes like that.
I felt like he was running for office. Right? He's talking to
Wow.
him. But I was still into him. I liked him.
Fantastic. Well, a lot to talk about again. The ending was incredible. So much kissing. It was almost surprising. And again, we are excited to have you guys join us. I want to be able to introduce our panel first, all the way at the end.
Oh, hey everyone. I'm Lauren Pacheco.
Hey, what's up? I'm Lauren Ashley.
Hey guys, it's Mina here.
And Michael Clouse here, and we are so excited. We have a contestant joining us. Havilah Malone, who was on a previous episode of The Proposal, is joining us via Skype. Welcome.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here.
What were
especially
you-
after this episode?
Well, what were your thoughts on this episode?
Wow. Like, it was, like the end with everybody going at it and using the kissing, I was like, okay, they are really going in. And I was even in kind of tension, like, who is she going to choose? But I really was Team Anthony as well, because he just seems like a right fit for her.
Well, maybe that answers my next question, because I was going to say, have you reached out to Adonis yet? Because I feel like you and Adonis, like, come on, girl.
I was like, that little hottie. Okay.
Well, was it interesting watching the show, having gone on it and knowing kind of how the interminglings work, or what was your thoughts watching it after being on?
It is so interesting being on the other side. And as a viewer, like, it's happening so fast, because I was even trying to take notes throughout, like, and getting to know some of the contestants. And I was just like, wow, they're going so quickly. So it's like, I get how, like, some of the connection is lost sometimes with the audience members and some of the contestants. And then towards the end, like, you become so vested in the mystery person finding love. And I'm just sitting there, like, because I was trying to take notes, and then I'm like, I'm not even taking notes anymore. I'm just, like, so into it.
Tell us about your story. How did you get on the show? Did they approach you? Did you kind of approach them?
So what happened was, we were coming towards the end of last year, and myself and my accountability partner were having conversations about, what's 2018 going to look like? And we were talking, of course, like, mostly business related things. And then she, like, popped this question, and she was like, so how's it looking on the love front? And I'm like, it's not looking like nothing. So she was, look, just keep an open heart, keep an open mind. Something really amazing is going to happen. So I was just kind of like, okay, you know what? I can be in that energy. I can be in that vibration. And that night, I went online and I was looking for an episode of one of my favorite shows, and I couldn't find it. And I never do this, but I scrolled down to the bottom of the page, and at the bottom there was this thing, and it said casting now. And I was like, what's that about? So I click on it, and they were casting for a love show. And I was like, okay, what are the chances of me just having this conversation with her about being open to love, and then me running across this? So I am all about synchronicities, and I was just like, let me go for it. So I filled out the application, and a couple months later, I was reached out to from the show, and like the process started, and it was months of like, you know, round after round moving through this, and every step that I got closer, I was like, oh my God, like this is like really happening. Wait, do I want to do this? Wait, hold up.
So wait, so this was months?
Oh yeah, like it was a process. It was a process.
Wow.
Do we wonder, you know, when you know, there's so many people wanting to be on here and they label it down to 10, like how do they get down to the 10? Were you surprised when you got there and saw the other 9 of who they were and just learn more about them?
Yeah, because we got, I mean, a little bit of time together, like when we were being transported from like where we were staying over to the studio, and got a chance to kind of talk with each other. And even when we got there, we were kind of like, you know, brought to our own separate areas. And so a lot of our bonding happened while we were actually filming the show, and as the girls are coming down off of the stage, and, you know, we're just like rooting for each other, and right before we go on stage, because everybody's just trying to make sure like don't fall down these stairs.
Hey, we have a lot of people, 80 plus, 87 I think now, joining us live, so we appreciate you guys joining us. If you have any questions for Havilah, post them. We're in live chat on your YouTube. Simply just open that up, be able to type a question in there. We'll try to get it to her. And you mentioned, you know, getting to know each other on the show, and I feel like that's something that I feel has been different with this show and past shows. There's always been like tension in previous shows. You watch The Bachelor and the contestants are all kind of scrapping at each other and trying to like get ahead and maybe put some other ones down. We don't see that in this show.
No, there's no time for drama. And really the energy that we all had coming together, it was like a sisterhood. Like we wanted each other to be able to come out, because at the end of the day, there's only one guy. And if he's for you, he's for you. If he's not for you, he's not for you. And the guy who's for you is out there. So it's not like, well, I got to make sure I get him and push you down to get there. I mean, it wasn't about, like, we were literally, and this is a moment that wasn't shown on camera, like we were behind stage right before we were about to go on, and like the show was starting, and we all like put our hands in and we're like queens, you know? And like,
That's cute.
What did you find out about the gentleman before you got there, before you took the stage, before you even, you know, left and went to this location where you filmed?
we know nothing about him. And here's the thing, like, as I'm watching the show, because as the audience, you all get to see the package of the person, you know, when they're in their mystery white ghost suit, you know? But we don't get to see that until the very end, like right before they come out the pod. And so you all have a lot more information going in about the person than we do. Like, we don't know anything. And so it's literally, you're trusting your gut, you're trusting the universe, you're trusting the matchmakers that this is a good fit for you or one of these 10 people on the stage.
So Havilah, you met with matchmakers? Is that what it was? You met with them and then they...
Selected by matchmakers. So it's a panel of matchmakers that actually do the selections and find the people and put the people together who should be on episodes and things like that. So they try to find a good match. So because we're asked a whole lot of questions about, like, you know, what do you like and what are you looking for in a relationship, and, you know, what are some things that have happened in past relationships, or what are your deal breakers and things like that. So you're asked a lot of those things. So they're trying to find, you know, the right matches for each other.
Did you and some of the ladies like compare notes before you got to see him? Like, okay, I look for this kind of guy.
No, we didn't get a whole lot of like interaction time together beforehand, but we've had tons of interaction time like since, because most of us, like, we're still all in contact and like really good friends now. So like that was something that was really cool that came out of it.
How much are they trying to force a proposal, do you think? You know, we've had one guy so far not propose and say, let's do it later, and he won, and they're still together as far as I know. But, you know, the whole show is called The Proposal. Are they making it, you know, I don't know, making it seem like they really want this? Like they're forcing you, like, hey, we need this?
The one thing that I really appreciated about the show was that, yes, you want to make a proposal, but it's whatever proposal feels right for you. So if that proposal is a proposal to, like, let's get married, let's run down the aisle together, then that's the proposal you can make. If the proposal is let's get to know each other, you know, it's whatever it is that's right for you. And like we saw tonight in the show, I feel like Anthony's proposal was not going to be for marriage in the beginning, but once Adonis stepped up, it was like, I ain't go out there.
No, absolutely. Yeah, well, so much to talk about. We'll get to that here. And again, I want to talk also about what happened last week between Steven and Sophia, which did not work out. That's coming up in part of our special segments that we're going to talk about. But before we get into this show, we need you guys' help with something. You know, we here at AfterBuzz TV, we cover a wide variety of shows. Any show that's on TV or Netflix or Hulu, we try to be able to provide that program and discussion forum for you guys. And we want to be able to help you get that content better. And so that's why you see on YouTube, you see that red bar underneath that says subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because we want to be able to help you guys connect with your favorite content. Again, dramas, reality shows, sci-fi. There's so many shows here. Even what we do with more reality shows. We have The Bachelor, we have Floribama Shore, Jersey Shore, all of those. And you can kind of, you know, gear your content that you want, and we can provide that for you. And I know the big thing, hey, you're going to notify us. We're going to get all these notifications. Don't worry, the notifications are completely up to you of how much you want to receive. So don't worry, you're not going to get much of those. So do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, help us be able to provide this content for free to you guys every single week. Well, we talked about the chemistry of this show in the final two, but I think we had something different off the top where we knew that this, you know, main girl, an actress, was certainly different than what we've seen in the past. Net worth of $10 million. She's an actress. She lives in Los Angeles. We know that she's famous and a philanthropist. Did you guys know about her before the episode?
Yes, actually, Havilah put me on and messaged me and told me that Lisa Raye was probably going to be the contestant. I was so excited to see that. You know, she also posted something on Instagram the week before hinting, like, I heard ABC has a new show called The Proposal. Where do I sign up? So that was almost a dead giveaway. Like, okay, girl, we know you're going to be on the show. So it was kind of cool to follow along with her journey, being an actress and being in the limelight, to see someone like that kind of put their heart on their sleeve. And
do you think the show really approached her trying to get her to come on to have a big name?
Absolutely. Definitely. I mean, that's marketing. That's smart.
Oh,
you know?
Very smart. Are you guys surprised? And Havilah, are you surprised that she did that? I mean, having such name recognition?
I'm not surprised. And the reason why I'm not is because it's hard to find love these days. I mean, like she talked about on the show, she tried, you know, different online dating and happy hours. And, you know, like I've tried a lot of the same things as well. And it's kind of like when you want something different, you got to do something different. So if this was going to be an opportunity to finally find that one, because I mean, you do have people who are, you know, matchmakers trying to find you just the right person. So if you have somebody who's out there doing the work for you, basically, why not?
No. The contestants certainly were different in this episode too. I felt like they were geared towards her, you know, older contestants. What did you guys think of them initially? You know, it was Anthony and I know Adonis. Were these people that we are favorites from the beginning?
No, I think that her final four was not what I picked at all from the beginning.
Yeah, everyone she eliminated, I was like, those were my
Yes,
top. Like,
exactly.
That's who I wanted to see. Are you joking?
To that point, though, I feel like she probably did that and picked different people than what we usually would think that she would pick. I feel like she really was trying to take a different route for love and not pick the person that we would expect her to pick.
I mean, they were all fit though.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Man, that swimsuit competition, and then it got labeled the 7 who went into the swimsuit competition. The 3 that didn't make it, I think, were the 3 who had the most clothes on.
Yes.
And had the
Yes.
least amount of pecs.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Like,
That is
so
true.
it seemed like she definitely had a type.
Well, her type, I feel like, I joked about this earlier because we found out she's a Libra. And I was like, Libras need to be courted. So everyone that she was going after was like the type of guy who would romance you by either like writing a poem or like saying something really flowery and sweet. It was like the kind of guy who was more like, you know, like the Frenchman and like
Yes.
the
Yes.
really like
Yeah.
classy, like refined, like well-traveled.
Guys who had
So it's
experience.
totally different
Yeah.
than like just your average, I don't know, like,
Joe?
yeah.
Havilah,
Yeah, she was
Havilah,
kind
who
of
are
like
you rooting for?
European.
Who are you rooting for from the start?
I really thought it was going to be Anthony because he just like, because she has such a outgoing personality, a big personality. She's in the limelight all the time. So you need somebody who's a little bit laid back, who can still be supportive of. And plus, he seemed like the one on the older side. Like, she's a mother, she's a grandmother. So he just seemed a little bit more. And he was very confident in his own, like, accomplishments. Like, you're successful, I'm successful too. So that was definitely. Now, who I was like, oh, why did she put him to the side? But that's okay, because now he's still available.
Yes.
Was what's his guy's name?
Thomas.
Julian.
Oh, no.
Was it Julian or was it Justin?
Justin.
Oh, Justin, yeah.
Was it Justin?
Fuck it. Yes.
Yeah, the National
Yes.
Guardsman.
Yes.
So that's who you're hitting up? Sliding in those DMs?
Well, if he's watching right now, Justin.
Yes.
We
it's
have
her
someone
birthday.
for you.
It's her birthday, Justin. Give her a real treat.
Is it your birthday? It's your birthday?
It is my birthday.
A happy birthday!
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Oh my god! And where are you on social media? Because we want to be able to send you some birthday love. Anyone watching?
Thank you. At Havilah Malone.
At
on all-
Havilah Malone. Guys, it's her birthday. Show her some birthday love. Tweet. Slide in those DMs, Justin.
I have to say, like, total side note, you have the best smile ever.
Yes,
like, it's so
I know.
infectious, and you're so
100%.
cute and warm. Like, I love
Yes.
your personality.
Yeah, I love that necklace too. Very
Yes.
beautiful.
Statement piece.
So we get into the question of what matters most, and the questions are, is a career intimidating? What is important to you? What do you learn from past relationships? What do you do for happiness? And then thoughts on PDA and joining the Mile High Club. Were there any of these questions that surprised you? And how do you answer Mile High? I mean, that's really coming out swinging.
Yeah.
Poor Adonis, though.
I know.
He didn't know what PDA meant.
Oh, yes.
I felt like he needed like a texting lesson,
Yeah.
like LOL and OMG, even though that's like normal. PDA is normal
I feel
language,
like, how
I
do you
feel.
know what Mile High Club is, but you don't know what PDA
PDA
is? Like,
is?
PDA
No,
is more
I
common
think
than
he
Mile
knew what
High
PDA
Club.
was, but he was stopping to think, what does she want me to answer? When he was standing there the whole time, he looked like, what does she want me to say right now? That's what he looked like. And I think
He's
he
like
was
trying to buy time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he was
I
buying
don't know
himself a
PDA.
little bit of time.
So the way he said it was so dad-like. Like, I don't know what that
I
means.
don't know
Like,
this dad-like thing
like,
with
it was
Adonis.
like-
Adonis is like very like,
suave.
yeah, not dad-like.
And his like dance move and from the beginning.
I liked him until the very end when he went in for the kiss. I thought it was just like too
Really?
much. Yeah.
I thought it was a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I was like, and also like you don't keep kissing someone when someone's not receptive to it.
But
Right.
clearly
went
she
for
was
it.
receptive.
She
Yeah.
went back at him. She
Yes.
was definitely receptive.
Yeah, she was into that kiss.
You
Too much,
saw that.
Too much. I don't like it. No.
Havilah, what do you think about that kiss?
Well, when he first went in for the kiss, my mouth dropped. I was like,
Yeah, and you do not do that.
he kept going in, but you could tell she was into it because she came right back at it. So.
That's where I thought this was a done deal. I was like, man, how do you feel if you're Anthony and like she's going back in for more?
But I mean, like she said, she's not just looking for chemistry. She needs more than that. There's more beyond a relationship. And I think that's what Anthony offers. Their kiss was very awkward.
So do you think Anthony's kiss was planned?
Yes, absolutely. He's like, I'm not going to let Adonis.
No,
No.
it wasn't
No,
planned.
Oh, you
planned.
mean,
Yeah.
mean prior? No, not until
Yeah.
he saw what Adonis
Poor
did. Then-
Anthony, it was so awkward.
do
Just
it.
he should not have kissed her. He should have just went
His
with
was
what
not
he
a
was
good
doing.
kiss.
No.
Yeah.
He
No.
was like, oh, I'm gonna do it too. And then like
Yeah.
she had just made out with another man like 5 seconds
Right.
before.
So you all just kissed each other.
We all kissed each
Do you
other.
guys not watch The Bachelorette at all?
Oh,
I
well,
do.
I do, but that's
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
like space and time in between that, so it's okay.
There's at least 10
Yeah.
minutes
Yes,
in between.
so it's fine.
little mouthwash time.
Yes.
Lauren, you brought up a good point. He really, used the fingers. He was very like,
He wanted to really emphasize exactly what he was saying. And you know what? I think she got it.
She got it and she liked it.
She
It was
did.
awkward though. It felt like he was slowing down his speech, like he was
Yeah.
just kind of like learning English, or he was like Surrey, like how Surrey states things. Like,
But
when
I
you ask
think
her
I feel
questions,
like that could
yes,
be his little
I
like
do.
quirk. You know how we all have our little things that
That's
we do?
like how you talk.
I mean, but when he was proposing, he was full on like, "You're gonna be my wife."
He's just a little bit older. He's not in like from the generation of like social media and like being used to talking on camera
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I think he was just nervous and
Yeah.
was just really started pointing and doing the thumbs
He
up.
reminds me so much of Denzel Washington, but like not as suave.
Not in a good way.
Yeah, like I love Denzel Washington, but like there's something about
Right,
him,
right.
like he's
Denzel.
like handsome.
I don't know about that,
I
Denzel.
don't know.
I don't know, Denzel. I'm
know
on a
about
different
Denzel.
page. But we do like you, Anthony. We do.
Yeah.
About him, but
Go into the live chat. A lot of happy birthday wishes. But Shanice said that she loved Adonis. And Edge Print says Mehdi was way too young. Do we think this is what separated him?
yes.
Well,
Yes.
and we couldn't put our finger on it. Something was weird about Mehdi. Like, I love that her daughter
like
came
50
on and
things.
kind of called him out. Like, why do you have a team that has shirts made and you're, and it did feel
true.
like a social media thing.
And he was 27. He
That's-
didn't look 27 though. He looked like he was in his like early 30s.
I think it was
Yeah.
the air about him, his aura. He looked very Rico Suave.
Thoughts on Evie Havilah or Mehdi?
You know what? What was interesting for me watching that was when her daughter brought out the fact that, like, I've done a little bit of research on you. So evidently the mystery suitors get information on the people who are coming on to
That's
the
true.
show.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, so you got to do a little like background. And when she threw that out there that, hey, we're the same age, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was a deal breaker. And yeah, I actually you're right. I appreciate the fact that they kind of called out that cheering section because who you bring matters.
It really does. And it just, I get that it's support and that's great, but it just felt more like it felt like a soccer game or
I
something.
felt like they were just there for the party.
Yeah,
and they're like, we're here to party.
Yeah,
We're like on
yeah.
TV
They were
right now.
excited to
Woo!
see him on TV.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, and then
his facial expression was priceless. Like the minute he saw her, he's like, yeah, like literally like,
Deer in headlights.
yeah.
so they're both, from the hometown of Chicago. Do we think that this will work out? What kind of a chance and odds do we give them?
Wow.
Pretty good
Wow.
odds.
The fame and not fame is a hard thing to overcome, I think.
But they're going to have a lot of FaceTime dates for connection.
There.
So there's that.
I think I like Anthony, but I don't know.
So what do you
His
think?
personality- do you think
50-50?
she's too
I
alpha for him?
say 30-70.
That it's going to work out only 30%?
Yes.
But
I-
Mina, I don't think that she's too outgoing for him. I think that in relation, I'm crazy, and my husband is so reserved, and I feel like he wrangles me back in, and
Oh,
I
yes.
bring his personality out of him.
I
So
do
I
think that part about it is
they're gonna
good,
complement each other very well.
Okay.
Michael does not look convinced.
But
I-
if she's looking for someone that's kind of like
And he can dance.
Adonis, Anthony is so opposite of that I feel like maybe he might not be the right guy either.
Yeah, but people
Because
don't
Adonis was,
necessarily
like-
have a type though. Like you can be attracted to so many different types of personalities.
True.
You can be attracted to the reserved guy or the guy who's like the loudest guy in the room, and
Yeah.
still be attracted to both equally. But you would picture your life in a completely different way. It's like,
Right.
what life do you want? Do you want something that's crazy and fun, or do you want
But
something
it's
that's
like she
solid
wanted
and
something
long-lasting?
crazy and fun, but then was like, oh, I feel like I have to go with
Or-
the safe one.
Or both.
But I
mean,
don't
he
feel
can still
I
be
don't
fun, though.
yeah, I don't necessarily feel like he's safe. I feel like it's a risk because I think like Havilah said, Anthony was appropriate for this time and this phase in her life. I don't think
Yeah.
that she's dated a guy like this before. I think he's going to show her a different side of life than she's seen before. And that's what I think is going to keep them together.
And the daughter loves him.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
so
she was
important.
the biggest cheerleader
Yeah.
of Anthony in the
You
audience.
can tell that she wanted, like, I felt like
She
she was
did,
gonna
yes.
yell out
Well,
Anthony at some point.
And it was kind of cute because Lisa kind of like looked for her permission. So
I give it a 45%. I'm better than a 30, but I think the odds are against that. I mean, go 48% then, 49%. But I think the odds are against
Stepping it up.
them a little over 50%. Havilah, what did you think? What odds do you give him?
Okay, so here's the deal. Because he is a mature handsome, he is successful on his own. The daughter made a clear indication that with Adonis, it looks like, or not Adonis, the gentleman Mehdi, that, okay, look, it looks like you may be looking for fame, you're looking for like a comeuppance. But with him, he's so like laid back and humble and mature. I think that, especially coming off of the marriage that she came off of with the prime minister of Turks and Caicos, I think this is probably
Wait, that was her last relationship?
Yes.
Yeah, she was the first lady of an island.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you for shedding light
Well,
on that.
That's it. So you get good or bad odds?
I think she has some good odds. And
70%?
Hell, if I have to give it a number, Lord.
You got to give it a number.
I'm hoping for the best. Okay, I'm 60.
Wow.
I'm with
See,
you.
we're all
Wow.
realists on this panel. Well, Havilah, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom of the show. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, you know what? Hey, this experience was amazing. Like, it was like a part of it. What the heck are you doing? But if you want something different, you got to do something different. So I encourage anybody, when you have the opportunity to take a leap, do it. You only live once. So I'm so glad I did. I have a bunch of really great friends out of it. And hey, the man who's for me, I'm still available.
That's right. Justin, hit those DMs. It's her birthday. And everyone else hit her DM. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Bye, Havilah.
Definitely gave us an insight to the show, which we really enjoy. I mean, it definitely helps to have someone who's been on there before. Shout out it again on the live chat. CCC said, I think she picked the surest bet. You know, I guess that's, you got to go for the odds yourself. So maybe if she's looking at it and saying, wow, this is a 60% versus, 50% or 45%, you got to go with the surest bet.
Sure.
So let's go to some special segments with a couple minutes that we have left. I want to get to news because we're talking about last week's episode that did not work out, that between Steven and Sophia.
Yes.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you know
man.
what? Listen, if you tuned into the after show last week, you saw that us three ladies were very fond of Sophia and Steven. Unfortunately, before the episode ended, we found out that they had actually broken up. The inside scoop is that Sophia had to move back to New York post-graduation so that their relationship did not last
A
through that.
22-year-old
But-
just not
but
ready for commitment.
They did after the show wrapped, they did go home to New Orleans. She met their family, he met hers. They really got along. They both said they got to know each other well. They're going to be great lifelong friends from both of them. They wrapped it up in a nice pretty little bow. And she was young and
She friend-zoned him.
I can't say because I wasn't there. But
I'm saying it. Is there agreement? Does anybody else think that she
I
friends
think she friend-zoned him
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you really think so? I mean, she came on and she was singing "I'm 22 and I'm in love with you." Like,
I think she
this
saw
was
him
serious.
for a second and was like,
How's
oh,
your
I
music
love
career
you.
going though? That's what I really want.
I mean,
Yes,
and let's be
exactly.
real. Yeah, that's great visibility. But also, shout out to the Biebs and Haley Baldwin for their proposal.
I'm so happy.
Hey, that's right. It might not take an hour. It might take a month.
Yes, and that worked
love
out. Well, it's
Haley
working out now.
Baldwin.
But yeah, we actually have a video
goes out to
from
Selena.
Sophia
I know, me too.
explaining what
All
happened
right.
between her and Steven.
Let's watch this video from Sophia.
Touch. Hi guys, it's Sophia. I'm sure some of you are wondering if Steven and I are still engaged and what the status is, so I wanted to fill you in. Basically, after the show was filmed, Steven and I flew back to New Orleans together and we really got to know each other. I got to meet his incredible parents, he got to meet my parents, my friends, and we just had the best time. Steven is one of the most genuine, loving guys I've ever met, and I really have nothing but good things to say about him. Unfortunately, since I was graduating and moving back to New York, we kind of realized we were just better as friends, and we are no longer together. We are not engaged, and we are just friends right now. We talk all the time. He's hopefully coming to visit New York. And
That's
we're
not gonna
still in
happen.
touch.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm so thankful to have gotten to know someone like Steven. He's awesome. And to have been able to meet all the incredible people on the show. And I really had a great experience. So no, we are not engaged, but still great friends and still in touch.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys.
So she friend-zoned him, and there's so much more information on the Proposal TV on Twitter.
Yes.
Right? Exactly. And so speaking of Twitter, let's go to social media.
All right, I have a few social media updates. I'm going to
Give it
start
to
with
us.
our first runner-up from last week's episode, Kristen. As we all remember, Scallop Fingers.
Scallop Fingers.
Where she replied to a Twitter from my former Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise contestant, Evan Bass, who tweeted, "To be honest, super pissed you're not the one behind the curtain wall / orbs of light," where she then replied to him saying, "Spoiler alert, I was supposed to be, but couldn't commit to accepting a proposal, and obviously the lead needs to be in that headspace. So in the last minute, I agreed to go on in a position with less expectation." So she was offered to be the person behind the pod and couldn't do it because I guess she couldn't commit to being, I guess the person behind the pod has to say yes.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a little information for you.
Yeah, well, you could have guaranteed yourself a proposal, and that's what happens. Now you came in second.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so my second piece of social media is an update on Ashley and Jordan. She posted 4 days ago on her Instagram a statement which says, "Thank you all so much for joining Jordan and I on this incredible adventure. We had a blast spending time together after the show. He is just an all-around amazing guy, so caring, fun to be around. Unfortunately, our careers tie us to our cities, and it's hard to get to know each other on a deeper level." And she goes on to say she's thankful for the experience. So Jordan made a similar statement on his Instagram and said he will be taking a solo trip. Not to Fiji, but somewhere.
What?
No, I think he went to Croatia, actually. But
I've heard great things about Croatia, though.
Oh, okay. Well, he's there right now, solo. So maybe
ladies.
she broke up with him. I don't know.
Right.
I felt like he was giving a little bit of a jab, maybe like I'm going alone. I'm still going.
Shocker. So that
and
makes
the ring is still with me.
so that makes 2 now that I've called that won't work out, and I am very
All
happy
right,
about
okay,
that.
but I do have some happier news. Mike and Monica are still together and looking happier than ever. There's a picture of them in the pool together with a cute caption. So
33% success
there we
rate,
go.
significantly higher than The Bachelor. So ABC, you're doing a fantastic job. 30 seconds. What do we got? Special segment
Okay,
tonight.
special segment, MVP who got eliminated, go. For me, I'm going to go first. I'm going to say Thomas, the barbershop owner.
Oh,
I
yes.
just loved him.
Yes.
Like, he was so great.
He was
walked
nice.
out, like, not even caring at all, not, like, really putting in that much effort. So laid back, humble, cool dude. I wish he got a little further than that.
What do you ladies think?
I'm gonna go with Chris, the WWE wrestler.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
I really liked him. He had a brain tumor and just wants love.
Yes.
Hmm.
I really liked the Frenchman. I mean, I thought he had worldly experience.
Anthony
He wanted
Royer.
to find love, and he came out in a Speedo. Like,
Yeah.
if that doesn't say confidence, I don't know what does.
I'll keep that in mind for my next barbecue pool party. Well, I go with Chris Lee, the 28-year-old financial analyst who loves fitness. He just seemed like a quality guy.
28.
But
womp
too
womp.
young,
Yeah.
which we found out tonight. But we are incredibly happy for tonight's couple. We wish them the best of 48% luck. I know that they're going to make it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Our live chat was incredible tonight. Shanice, CCC, certainly had a lot of other people. I'm scrolling up. I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning your name. Susan was in there. Edgeprint was in there. We have 100 people watching live. Thank you. We are live here every single Monday on AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Love to be able to hear you guys' comments and discuss with you. If you would like to follow us after the show, you can follow me and on Instagram and on Twitter at TheOnlyMC.
Hey guys, I'm Mina. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Mina Makes Magic.
Thank you so much for tuning in to you guys. You can find me on Instagram at Lauren Ashley Beck.
And thanks for joining. You can find me at LaurenPacheco on Instagram and Twitter.
Again, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. We have all this content for free. We want you guys to be able to see it. We'll see you next time. Go find some love.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.